Hey guys, Natalie here with Next Level Guitar, and I am with Brian at Paul Reed Smith Guitars. How you doing?
Doing great, thank you.
How's the show going so far?
So far, a blur, but so far so good.
Yeah, always
Busy.
a blur.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what you've got this year and what you're going to show us. I'm super excited to be here, so thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for coming. Talk about a couple different guitars, like the one I have here. This is the latest in the S2 line. The S2 line is is only a couple years old, and when Paul Reed Smith started, it was nothing but high-end instruments. It was, he hand-built, a few models. But I grew up in the town where Paul started building, and I've been a working guitar player my whole life. And when I was young, the idea of owning a PRS was kind of a pipe dream, because it took them a long time to figure out how to build guitars affordably, but to keep Paul's quality standards. So the SE line, the overseas built guitars, bang for the buck, are fantastic. And then they came out with these S2s. So like if you notice, like this particular guitar, instead of having like the carved top, it's a slab body with a bevel. This particular one is a pickguard, but not all of, some of them have see-through maple finishes, but just having that flat body with a bevel takes a lot of labor hours out in building it. So they can afford them. They start at around $999 for a U.S. built PRS. So this one's about $13,900, I think, just around $1,400.
Yeah.
So this is the studio model. Based on the name, it's kind of meant to be as versatile as possible.
Okay.
So it's 3 pickup. It's got a 5-way blade switch, and the front pickup is a humbucker, and these are single coils, but you can split this into a single, so it can be hum single single or all single. We're on the clean channel of the Tremonti amp here, which I'll talk about in a second. That would be as a humbucker, but you get some really cool, like spanky, like
Hear that?
country tones, but it also gets like these great, like throaty neck pickup.
Hi again, Natalie with Next Level Guitar. If you need a killer practice tool and you like free stuff, click on the link below and we will send you 6 free jam tracks and 2 ebooks. Just click on the link below and we will send them to you absolutely free from Next Level Guitar.
So this, I grew up playing single coils. That was my home base. So this guitar to me just speaks right into my kind of familiar sounds and gets all the tones that I typically go for, but you can get with the higher gain stuff with a bridge humbucker. To me, like finding versatility in a guitar, especially when you're first getting started, it'd be great to own 15 guitars. But in most people's reality, it's like finding one guitar that can cover a lot of ground is huge, and there's a lot of things in the PRS lineup that Paul's really always sought to find ways to get new and classic tones mixed with kind of new and thinking forward, not just always like the same old guitar rehashed over and over. So this amp just came out like a few days ago. 15 watts, it's all tube. It is made overseas. The whole point was to keep the price point as affordable as possible. I'll start off on the neck pickup here, and we'll start off clean and then kick on some on the dirty channel.
Let's do it.
Hear somebody out there playing some Hendrix here. So it still cleans up and does that mild breakup really well. And that's all those tones and textures from this clean stuff to, that's all on one pickup without changing. That's all just volume control and gain on the amp. When you start going into other pickups, you can get into that's one thing I always loved about PRS S2, like just the taper, the volume pot, and all those things that when I was a kid I never thought about. Like a volume pot was a volume pot. I thought they were all the same until you play a nice one. Not only the feel of it, but the way when you plug in a guitar, go through and try it at different settings. Some volume pots, there's only like 2 or 3 sounds when there's gain. It's like all the way up, you roll it back and it starts getting muddy. And you know, here, like no matter where I put it, the tone changes at every point. So Paul always talks about this as being his pedal board. He can set this in so many different spots and get all these textures just based on nuances of where you set your volume. Same thing with the tone pot, but it's, yeah, there's a lot of sounds to be had just by switching pickups and moving your volume around. And
well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
Keep
so
doing
much,
what you
Brian.
guys do.
Have an amazing show.
You too.
Thank you. Be sure to check out our video instructional website, nextlevelguitar.com. There's over 2,000 lessons for all levels of players, musical styles, and make sure to subscribe to our channel as well as give this video a thumbs up. It really helps keep the content coming.